So a couple of flashcards as always. So feel free to again just space these out throughout your practice. But here's the first one. You can do the right hand melody, the left hand line, and also the rhythm. There's that. First one. Have some practice. Here's number two. Here's number three. And here's number four. Ahead and give this a go. And all these are really great practice for reading your steps and skips and also working on our new eighth note rhythms. So you definitely want to give those a practice. Feel free to practice those saying the note names out loud or the finger numbers out loud or saying the counting for the rhythm examples. And that would be a great way to practice on all of those. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into our unit 8. And for this, we're learning about our treble C pentascale. So we have our middle C position where we start with our middle C. But we can also start on treble C, which is the C above middle C. We have C, D, E, F, G. And you can see those notes written out at the top of page 90 right here. C is a space, D is a line, E is a space, F is a line, G is a space. And watching how those step up by second. So the same exact notes, C, D, E, F, G. And again, I think that the easiest way to just learn these is to kind of maybe memorize the treble C that's on the third space of the treble clef, and then to just think in terms of steps. So just noticing that when we're going up by seconds, how we are skipping or stepping around in that rhythm. Pretty easy. So let's go ahead and take a look at May Dance at the bottom of page 90. So one thing to look for in this would be to go through and outline the different intervals that we have throughout. So the first two measures, all seconds, all steps. And then we have a skip down, and then we have also a third. We have fingers 1 and 3. So those last two measures are mostly skips. Then we have same thing, all steps, all steps. Then we start on F when we step down, then step up, and then we skip down. So that's just a good way to sort of think about that before you start to play. You could also go through and play the right hand alone and say the note names out loud. And this is one, it's a little bit strange because the left hand is so simple, but I would practice this one hand separately because if you can just get that left hand part going really easily, it makes it a little bit easier. Let's also go through and just really quickly together, let's clap that rhythm out loud from the first line, and then we'll try it hands together, but I would encourage you to maybe practice it hands separately, just to get kind of the left hand going very automatically, and that'll make it a lot easier. So here's the rhythm. 1, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and rest. 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So you'll notice that those first two measures feel a little bit fast. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. That quarter note is even going to feel a little bit on the short side, but make sure you don't accidentally overcorrect and play it in 4/4 instead of 3/4 by making that last note too long. So here's this one from the beginning with both hands put together. 1, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1, 2, 3. Don't be discouraged at all if you find this one tricky, because this one is actually, I think, a little bit more difficult than it looks. So here we go. This is the teacher company part. 1, ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 marching in. And we'll go through and first of all, let's just mark your ties. Always a good thing to do first. We just have one in that bottom line right there. And then we're going to go through, and you'll notice we're in a C position with both hands, but we're starting in a little bit of a more spaced out position. So your right hand is starting on treble C, your left hand is starting on bass C. So middle C should be empty. You should have a whole octave space in between your hands. And we're going to go ahead and give this one a try, hands separately first. So you'll notice that the right hand kind of leads the left hand, and the left hand will copy the right hand in certain sections. So it's really good to kind of practice hands separately since there's sort of some similar material between both hands. So let's go ahead and give this a try, starting with your right hand alone. And I'm going to say the finger numbers out loud, but feel free to practice saying the counts or the note names first, and then join me saying finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, hold. Rest. 1, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, 3, 2, and hold. Rest. 3, 3, 2, 1, 1, 3, 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 3, 2, 2, 1, and off. Here is the left hand. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. Rest, 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 rest. 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 5, 3, 2, 1, and 3, 1, 3, 1, rest. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest, rest, rest. 1, 3, hold it, tie and fold it. Rest, rest. 4, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3, 4, 4, 5. 1, 1, 5. And here it is with both hands. Feel free to give it several tries, hands separately, until you feel super, super comfortable. And you can play both hands without having to look at your hands too much. We don't have any hand position changes, so you should be able to play this relatively focusing on your music for most of the song. And so we'll go ahead and give this a try with both hands from the very beginning. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. And then we'll go ahead and I'll provide the teacher accompaniment part. But because this one is in a C position with both hands, I would also encourage you to try transposing this one to a G position, D position, A position, F position, whatever. You could definitely give this a try in multiple other keys, and this one would suit perfectly. So maybe choose a couple to practice this one and give it a try in those alternate hand positions. So here is the teacher part. And your first 3 notes of pickup will come first. So the O, when, the C, E, F will come in before I do. 1, 2, 3, ready, go. 2, 3. few tries through until you feel comfortable playing it with the teacher accompaniment part. And we will go ahead and move over to the next page, African Celebration. So this one is in the same general hand positions as last time, except for we start in a C position with our left hand pinky on base C, right hand thumb on middle C. And then on the second page, we move over to having your right hand on the treble C. So we start C position close together, then we move to a C position with that octave space in between. So let's go ahead and really quickly, you want to go through and mark all of those long ties in the left hand. Be very, very careful for that. Notice the left hand part is really, really simple. It's mostly just this open fifth, the C and G together. Or holding it. We have almost nothing else in the right hand, the left hand, so you just want to be careful for the places where it does deviate from that. Also be careful of the ties that go over the bar line, so the tie starts on one line and goes to a second line. Those can be, I think, the easiest ones to miss. So let's go ahead, and I would recommend that you practice this one on hands separately first. Just get the rhythm and everything going with each hand separately, and then try putting them hands together. So go ahead and pause and practice it that way as you find it useful. And then you can also say, the note names out loud, the counts out loud, the fingers out loud. But I'll go ahead and just demonstrate this for you from the very beginning with both hands together. Starting in a middle C position. 1, 2, ready, go. 'Wonderful job. So because this one is also in a C position with both hands, even though we have that jump up at the end, you could try this one in G position, D position, A position, etc. So definitely give this one a try through in some other hand positions. This is a really great one for working on playing that fifth in the left hand and playing a little bit more of a complicated melody in the right hand. So this would be definitely a great one to give a try on any of the hand positions that you feel are a little bit trickier or something that you want to put a little bit of extra time into. We'll go ahead and take a look at imitative study on page 94. Now this one is a little bit tricky, so what I want you to go through and do to start with is mark the notes where we have the dovetail effect, where the right hand stops and the left hand starts, or vice versa. So you're just going to draw some lines that show where those notes coincide, where they kind of run over into each other. Okay, so see how I have this marked with the lines showing where everything happens at the same time here. So that's just important because it's really easy to play this one like this. This is the wrong way. That is wrong. That is not correct. We want that last note of each group to coincide with the first note of the second group. So together, 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 together. Perfect. So I'll go ahead and give this one a try for you. Both hands together. Definitely feel free to practice it hands separately as you need to, nice and slowly. And we're going to do the repeat. We'll play it forte the first time, piano the second time, and I'll say the finger numbers out loud. 1 and 2 and ready and go and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1. Repeat, piano. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 1. Wonderful. And so with this one, you can also give this one a try in G position. D position. Or A position. And so on and so forth. And this would be a great one to try in maybe at least 2 to 3 other keys. That would be a really good approach for you to take with this one. So then we have our music theory page on page 95. So you're going to be drawing the notes of the C pentascale, which is our C, D, E, F, G. And you're going to draw it on bass C, middle C, and treble C, since we now have 3 positions that we know for our C pentascale. And then you're also going to circle the intervals here, and then a little bit of sight reading exercises for you as well. So that will be what you have for this coming week. Let me go ahead and just demonstrate this ear training exercise here at the bottom. It's very simple. You're just going to identify if I'm playing a second or a third for each example, okay? So is it a step or is it a skip? And I'm going to play it broken, then blocked, and you're going to decide which one it is. And I'm just going to play it, and you're going to decide which one it is. So here's the first one, A. Second or third? Here's number 2. Here's number 3. Here's the fourth one. So the first one was a third, the second one was a second, the third one was a third, the fourth one was a second, and the fifth one was a third. So you can go ahead and double check yourself on that, make sure you got everything right. Listen to it a couple more times if you're confused about anything or having trouble getting any of those. So that's all we've got for this week. Pretty short unit, not too much for you to work on. And as always, if you have any questions or you have something that you would like demonstrated a little bit more thoroughly or something that you'd like me to go into in a little bit more depth with you, feel free to just send me an email and I'm more than happy to help. And I just want you all good to go. So happy practicing and see you next time. So here are the 5-finger patterns for this week, and we're going to be doing C minor and G minor, and these are found on the minor 5-finger patterns PDF in our module for this week. And so for minor, all we do is we take the 3rd note and we bring it down 1/2 step. So in the case of C major, E will become E flat. In the case of G major, B will become B flat. So it's only that middle note that changes. So definitely review the notes found on that PDF, the minor 5-finger patterns PDF from our week folder. And then we'll go ahead and give these a try. So for our both of these, it will be a pattern of white, white, black, white, white. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. C, D, E flat, F, G, F, E flat, D, C, E flat, G, E flat, C. And finger numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 5, 3, 1. And all alone. And here's G minor, same thing, black key in the middle. Ready, go. G, A, B flat, C, D, C, B flat, A, G, B flat, D, B flat, G.